this army. However, it's going to be very important that he guards that against the Vikings, who can very easily come around from behind and just take it out of the fight. Terran has adjusted his army composition here, got a nice number of Hellions that'll help deal with the Zealots and any other light units, and also a good bit of Marauders. Stem Marauders can just run right through the battle lines there before the force fields go down and have a good shot at taking out the Stalkers and the Colossi. Might have another engagement here. Terran and Protoss are moving into position. Still have that pylon. Here's the engagement. Protoss is doing a good job with the spread of the Colossi. However, the Vikings are really having their way this time. This battle is looking to be a lot more in the favor of the Terran player, who has very much adjusted the unit composition for this fight and now looks to secure a victory here. Looks like he was able to get the Colossi. However, the Protoss was able to come out on top because of the Stalkers and the Zealots. So really, he just didn't quite have enough Marauders to finish that off, and the Colossi just did so much damage there in the beginning. Vikings just couldn't pull it off. There were not enough of them to do that. So let's actually look at the units lost tab for a second. We can see Protoss sitting at 56, and you can see that the Terran player is sitting at 110, having suffered the greater of the losses in terms of economy. Also, the Terran players throwing down this expansion as well, as the Protoss taking the back island back here. Yeah, I know occasionally I do say words like that sometimes repetitively, and I do apologize for that. I am still working on that, so bear with me. Got some High Templars warping in here. That'll definitely help out with a whole slew of things. Got feedback for the Medivacs, and justice has come. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a lot more interesting here now that we do have High Templar and a Mothership, two of my very favorite units. Got a couple Zealots warping in down here in the southern portion of the map. However, there is a planetary fortress here already good to go with... Oh, that was not a good idea. I don't think this attack is actually going to work out very well here. 3 Zealots against the planetary fortress with a couple mules that can repair if need be. Yeah, that pretty much went exactly as anticipated, so good move getting that High Templar out there. Doesn't really have enough energy to do anything anyways. Protoss looking to move out. We see the upgrades right now, 1 armor, 2 weapons, compared to the infantry, 1-1, and nothing for the mechanized units. Protoss is moving in here. Vikings are actually going to try to take down the Mothership. Will they be able to get it done? It is so low. Yes, Mothership goes down! But not before losing so many of the units right here. Psystorm on the Hellions. So many of them go down right there. And now what we have left are Marauders and a nice mixture of Gateway units, plus the Vikings giving pursuit to the Protoss. Falling back to the pylon. Going to maybe try to engage here again. He does have some reinforcements. May decide to throw down some force fields. I don't know. Oh, look at that perfect storm right there. Knocked out so many units. The rest of them are very low hit points. Medivacs are having to work overtime here, plowing through their energy. Protoss once again retreating, wants to save what forces he can. Another storm does go down, damaging the Marauders even more, allowing the Protoss to go on the offensive in this particular battle here. But look at this, Terran actually waiting until he goes back behind the vision blocking fauna there and taking another free shot. We have more Psystorms going down. I think actually that Zealot took the brunt of one right there. Kind of surprised this Warp Prism's still hanging out here, to be honest. Not really able to do a whole lot with it. But we'll keep an eye on that as the game progresses here. Got another expansion going down, maybe at the 9 o'clock position. A whole bunch more gateways going down as well for the Protoss player. This will help him get a lot more units out. That was definitely something that could have helped him about 5-6 minutes ago. He had to fall back twice, almost 3 times there. And if he had those extra gateways, really could have helped by warping in more of those units. Looks like he's actually going to try to take out this Hellion with a couple Zealots here. That should work out. Oh, man, it's so very close. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Cutting it down there to the planetary fortress. Able to get the Hellion, but not before losing both SCVs there. As we see the Warp Prism is actually heading back. Both armies may be looking to move out here relatively soon. Decided not really to go with the Colossi anymore. Just favoring the Gateway units. You see he's got a couple observers here parked out. Not really doing a whole lot. Let's just take a look at the APM while we're waiting for the next fight to come. See, it's about even, 137 to 131. Income, about even, but looking in the favor of the Protoss right now. 81 Harvesters to 71. And after that last battle, we can see resources, as far as the units lost, about even. So, neither player is really super far ahead in this game. But look at this, we've got so many more Blue Flame Hellions coming over here with Marauders, Vikings, and Medivacs. He's going to have to be super careful with those Hellions. The Hellions can definitely get in there and do a lot of damage to the Hive Templars if you can get a good lineup on them and avoid the storms. Also very good against the Zealots, especially if you can land an EMP or two on there. We see right now 3 Ghosts are on the way. That's going to be a very welcome addition to the Terran army. Might be looking to do a drop here. Got a couple Hellions en route to this expansion, maybe. You can see he's actually doing a little bit of long-distance mining here, waiting for that to finish. Might have another expansion coming down here in just a minute. Here comes the drop as the Protoss moves into position down here in the eastern portion of the map. Look at that. Oh, man, tons of probes going down right there as we have a giant engagement over here in the east. Protoss actually not in the best position. Actually, no, the storms are more than going to make up for it right there. Actually, both players actually getting kind of a concave on each other, circling around there. Schwartz Fields are going down, preventing some of those Marauders from fighting and allowing the retreat of the Protoss player there. As we keep an eye on these Hellions who are actually moving down here to this expansion, will they be able to get a good lineup on these probes? It looks like yes, they will, but the Zealots are going to actually catch them. Oh, 3 Hellions right there. 3 Zealots, 3 Hellions. That works out for me, as he's actually still trying to kite around with that one last Hellion here. We got 11 kills. I would say he definitely did a number on that economy. Let's see how that affected that there. About 1,200 to 800, 65 to 73. Units lost right there, 176 to 188 as the Protoss once again moves out. He moves, don't know what moves is, but we're just going to go with it. SCVs are actually trying to do some repairs here. All the medevacs are very low, very vulnerable to feedback. He's going to have to watch out for that. Might have a Side Storm here. It looks like he is going to actually land right on top of the Ghosts, who are just attacking. And almost, oh man, that could not have, that could have ended poorly. Yeah, there you go, some nice feedback on the Ghosts. All of them beautifully executed right there. And now retreating to the Xel'Naga Watchtower, definitely because he used some Side Storms here. Actually, Terran running right into it. See, SCVs are still hanging out with the fighting force. Oh man, Protoss is having to retreat here. 1 Hellion is in pursuit, getting a nice lineup, but not quite close enough to get some damage. If that Hellion could just get a little bit closer, he'd have a very solid lineup on those High Templar there. See a little bit of long distance mining. And another big engagement. Tons of Side Storms all over the Marauders. Look at the damage right there. They're all so very low. Zealots coming in here to mop it up as another mothership has come onto the field. Look at that. It's having to drop another comsat. There goes another mule that the Terran player will not have. As the Zealots look to mop up the fight. Terran is going to have to retreat with the dropships coming up here to the top expansion. May decide to make a run at this one, which does have a couple probes at it, not too much. Should be able to burst that down here. We'll keep an eye on that. See, he's actually still long distance mining here, and Protoss is responding, running up the top of the ramp. Will they be able to get it in time? 6 Marauders fully stemmed. Are they going to get it? I think they will. Yes, popped, and now they're going to retreat. Should be loading into the dropships, and there they go. Once again, another drop executed by the Terran player, keeping the Protoss down 1 base. You see right now, Terran is actually up 1,400 to 1,000, 73 to 77, rather. More Hellions are on the way. You notice the production tab's looking a lot smaller here as we move past the 30-minute mark in this game. Still running off of this expansion, not quite as saturated as it could be, but this one has got a decent amount of probes. Obviously, these ones are long-distance mining as well. Might have another drop here. You have the medevacs running in. Same number of medevacs down to Marauders, however, as the Protoss looks to actually make a play down here at this expansion. Very vulnerable. Planetary Fortress is here as we have the drop coming back here, taking out some of these probes. However, this time the Protoss is ready, warping in a good number of High Templar. Although these units aren't really bunched up that much. There we go, right there, as this expansion is gone very quickly. I don't think there's anything he could do to save either of these expansions. This one obviously is not even a planetary fortress, so no repairing that. Meanwhile, the Marauders over here still being healed. As the Hellions coming in here. Oh man, are they going to be able to get the hit on these probes? Oh, so close! Stalkers have warped in, however, to finish that off. As you see, this expansion is definitely going to be gone very soon. Look at that. Oh, Hellions are just taking out some free kills. Alright, well there we go. Probes still doing a little bit of long-distance mining there. Will the Hellions actually be able to get in there and do the damage that needs to be done to these probes? We'll have to see as the Protoss is actually retreating here. SCVs are in pursuit. Ballsy SCVs indeed. There goes this expansion. So we watch the economy now. We see it's a lot lower for both players. Terran, no income. Protoss around 400. So this is not looking good at all right now. You can see the Terran army 114 to 154. Protoss still has the income, and that's going to be key. Have more ghosts on the field now. You can see a couple of them are at max energy, or one of them is, rather. The rest of them are pretty low. This one's actually got 22 hit points. Definitely want to get that healed up. Protoss once again sitting here with a nice army composition. Good number of High Templars there, as well as Zealots, able to get in there and deal the damage that needs to be done to these Marauders. A couple more medevacs are on the way. Mothership is looking to get some free kills, however, taking some pot shots. Zealots actually doing some charging there as well. So this expansion, obviously, I think we all know what's going to happen with this one. Not going to be able to land there whatsoever. Terran is kind of boxed in at this point. You see you got the mothership right here, a couple medevacs actually running right into the mothership. This expansion still sitting pretty good, you know, like I said, considering this is the only income really on the map at this point. It's going to have to get a few more probes on this. Or we'll, then again, look at it as income right now. You can see the resources sitting pretty darn low, man. So probably a good idea not to waste it on these probes at this point. Terran army is still boxed in here while the medevacs are trying to come up here. However, High Templar were warped in. Tried to do a feedback, and a couple of these medevacs heard that sound there at the last second and was not successful. See, the Hellions are moving way ahead. Will the Protoss actually get some free kills here? Oh man, so close. Hellions are actually coming in here, absorbing the brunt of the Zealot damage. We're going to have some nice size storms here, I'd imagine. Oh, look at that, blanketed right on top of one another. More storms everywhere. And a vortex, even. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say it has been a long time since I have actually seen one of those used, as the Marauders actually go into it. Alright, guess they just want to hang out with their friends. Not sure what that's about, but they're definitely set up for a nice size storm there. Look at that. Oh, there it goes right there. So many units hit by that storm. Mothership is going down here. Will it actually live? I don't think it will. 26-16, dead. Terran coming out on the ground victory as well as the aerial. Will it be enough to push through? Protoss actually looking to hold his own in this expansion. Got a nice number of High Templar here, able to do feedback on the medevacs if they have energy, any energy. However, going for the Psy Storms, going to be a hard thing to sell right now because, like I said, the Marauders have a lot of hit points. Not too great to Psy Storm those, but when you've got enough of them, man, you could definitely pull it off. Because the key thing is these medevacs don't have squat for energy right now, and even the SCVs are coming off the line. Oh man, this is, you know, it's desperation win. Oh, this Archon is just having a field day ripping through them. However, the SCVs and Marauders emerge victorious. Another Archon has entered the field. Look at that, taking out those SCVs. Nice AoE splash damage right there. Got a good storm landing on those Marauders. Terran trying to kite back, do as much damage as possible. Nice micro there by the Terran player, cutting back one at a time. Will he be able to kill that one? No! Good save! Able to get that one at the last second. See, one Templar, we do have one more Templar, two more Zealots coming in. So both players are down to the wire right now. Look at that. Able to load up those last four Marauders, taking them actually away. Will he be able to get these SCVs? I do not think so. Going to land it right here at the Nexus. Where oh, nice! One shot, one kill for the Stalker. Stalker actually continuing to focus down the medevac. Good call on that. He wants to make sure that these Marauders stay on this island where they cannot do any more damage right now. Probes are actually trying to take him out. There's a nice storm landing right on the Marauders. One goes down, the other one has 5 hit points, and it is dead. There's the GG from the blue player. Oh, that was a good game indeed, folks. Alright, so I hope you did enjoy today's cast. I will try to get this uploaded as soon as possible. It's pretty early in the morning right now here in Oregon. So like I said, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know if you would like to see some longer games. The one I'm talking about, like I said, is about an hour long. So just let me know what you think, and I will see you guys later.